we're optimistic about probably 4 or 5 of the front-running vaccines at the moment, including that one. And in general, we face an enormous logistical problem of how to get them out at speed across the world in a safe and appropriate way. This one has the problem of cold storage, and this one and other ones have the problem of needing 2 different doses. So there are a lot of detailed operational challenges there that are not trivial.
Point taken. So a word of caution when it comes to actually rolling out this vaccine and potentially some of the others in development. Professor, I want to get your take on the mink outbreak that has caught a ton of attention over the last week. Even the ECB president, Christine Lagarde, weighing in as one of her biggest fears, this decision from Denmark to cull its entire mink population for fear of the mutated form of the virus potentially hampering the effectiveness of a future vaccine. As an expert in immunology, what's your take?
I think we need quite a careful, considered, measured response to this. So, the first line of the analysis would say that these transfers between animals and humans, zoonoses, were the start of this problem, obviously, although we're not sure if it was bats or pangolins or what. So clearly we need an eye on that issue and need to be very, very watchful, including mink. People are still analysing the details of the mutations in the sequence. My sense of the data so far is that it wouldn't enormously compromise our approaches in terms of neutralising vaccines against the spike antigen, and those antibodies would still work. But we so carefully need to keep an eye on these things.
There was a survey released by the World Economic Forum just a month ago, I think, that showed only 74% of adults globally are willing to get vaccinated. Amongst Americans, that proportion is only 67%. How much of an issue is that going to be with the vaccination rollout if a good chunk of society just simply doesn't want to take the shots?
I think it's an enormously complex issue for our policymakers and for our educators and for the public, because I stand by the comments I've made many times, as other people have, that the vaccines are our only escape route from the horror that the world has gone through in the last year. And for them to work, we need a substantial proportion of the population to carry functional immunity. If in any given place 20 or 25 or 30% of people refuse a vaccine, and perhaps another 10% of people have a poor response to the vaccine because they're very old or very obese or don't turn up for the second boost or whatever, we just won't get ourselves out of this mess.